to Cherie's World.
Welcome to Cherie's World. Today we will be sipping tea with some of the ladies from Going to Natural. Going to Natural is a conscious brand for a conscious community. If you've been following me, then you know around October of last year, I gave up my secret and I have moved on to an all-natural deodorant. That's right, these ladies have converted me. In fact, I am now in business with Going to Natural. Everything you put on your skin within 26 seconds absorbs into your bloodstream. We're going to have a little talk about that today, and we are also going to talk about all natural. So stay tuned if you're interested in going natural.
Hey, I am DL Hughley. I'm going on Cherie's World. You never know how that's going to work either.
Would you like to advertise on Cherie's World and have your product placed on Cherie's social media for the world to see? Email us now at cheriesworldpodcast@gmail.com for low introductory rates. Cherie's World Podcast. Get heard.
Welcome to Cherie's World.
Miss Toby is the backbone of Cherie Johnson. She is the lady who updates my advice from my sisters. She is basically my guidance counselor. I shouldn't say it like that because she actually has like this business where she mentors people. And well, Toby, can you tell us about your business?
Yes, I can. Thank you. So I founded Curated Brilliance, which is a communications strategy firm. And I also provide support. I don't just tell people what to do. I'll actually get down into the weeds and help them to do it so that it gets done. And I'm all about telling stories, brand stories, creative stories, true life stories. I just love stories. I love words. And I love to help entrepreneurs tell effective stories so that they can stay in business and grow their business.
And she totally, when I say that she jumps in with 2 feet, Toby has become my business partner, and she basically runs Team Cherie J.
Nice.
Yeah. So the whole nutritional consultations, and now that it's all online and has a website and all that kind of stuff, that was not Cherie Johnson's doing. That is Miss Toby Brown.
You do the videos too?
Well, Saria, we have help. Saria is really good with graphics and videos, so she does a lot of that for us. I have done some videos, but I won't take credit for that because it's just one here and there.
We have to give credit to Mike because Mike is definitely like our editing video guy. I'll record some of the crazy stuff, but Mike makes it make sense for us.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he started the whole video thing because the marketing wasn't even in the form of videos at first. It was just like static Instagram posts. And then you guys started doing video even before I started. So that was awesome.
Right.
Mike is a personal trainer who came on with me and we got clients. In fact, I think, did Mike brought you to the team, Toby?
Well, I think I saw it on your Instagram, and then you were about to fly and do a film or something. So he just kind of he was like, hey, you want to work with us? And I'm like, okay, sure, of course.
It takes a team. Nobody can meet their goals without a team.
Absolutely.
While I have you on the phone, Toby, before Saria gets involved, would you like to talk a little bit about what we got going on in October?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Yes. So wait, I have to compose myself because I'm so excited about this. Okay. So I mentioned a few minutes ago how important story is, and I recognize that as an important tool for anyone who wants to succeed in business, or if you want to create a platform and influence other people as a micro influencer, and you'll grow. We have an amazing live intensive 1-day workshop called My Story, My Time. We are bringing it to Houston, Texas first because Cherie's got fans there.
I love Houston, Texas.
She
It's
does.
like going home, baby.
So we're all going to Cherie's home, her adopted home of Houston, and we are bringing a workshop where we will examine 3 aspects of story. So we're bringing our friend Ryan Lassen, who is an amazing transformational mindset coach. She stays in personal development books, trainings, classes. She is amazing at helping people to get out of their heads and into their dream lives, dream businesses. She definitely did that for me. She is going to teach everybody about the inner story, meaning the story you tell yourself. Why aren't you getting out there? It probably has something to do with limiting beliefs. So Ryan has training, tips, and tools and all of these things to help all of us get to that place where we're ready to move forward towards what we really want, because we're no longer holding ourselves back by limiting beliefs or fear or all of those other things that get in our ways. Then Cherie is teaching second. So there's the inner story, and then there's the story you tell other people. So a lot of entrepreneurs and micro influencers will find it beneficial to have a book, so that when they do speaking engagements, they can then set up and vend the book, and just so they can organize their story, understand their own hero's journey, and be able to share that with other people. So Cherie is there to impart wisdom on how to get those books written. And then there will be an exercise where we'll have people actually start their books. I don't know, we might have them write an intro or something like that, just so that they get into motion. And then I'll teach on the brand story, which is the story you tell your customers. And it's important to make sure that when you're telling the story for your customers, that they are the hero, not you. So Cherie will tell you how to tell your own story where you're the hero. I'll teach you how to create a story so that your customers are the hero and they understand how you transform their lives. And then we're going to party afterwards, and Cherie is going to host. So, yay, H-Town, we're coming your way.
You coming home, H-Town?
I'm talking about West Coast. You know, we're from LA. We know how to put a party on. So,
And Saria, thank you so much. We were just talking about the team and how nobody can get anywhere without a team. Saria is definitely a huge puzzle piece of the team. She is also the founder of a conscious brand for a conscious community called Going to Natural that she allows us to be a part of.
Nice.
you guys are so part of the tribe. We wouldn't be Going to Natural without you guys. I'll tell you that.
Oh, tell us a little bit about Going to Natural.
Well, so my husband and I actually founded the business based on, I was having some medical issues. I'll keep it short because I feel like I tell this story 50 million times, but some medical issues that nobody really knew what it was. And they were giving me like steroids and antibiotics and nothing was working. And then one doctor even wanted to have surgery on me. And when I went for a second opinion, they were like, no, don't have that surgery. Nothing's wrong with you. So this guy was literally going to cut my face and nothing was wrong, just to give me some answer that wasn't there, right? And so my husband got just tired, obviously, of seeing me going through this. And so he started researching, and he's like, we were already I was already vegetarian, but we started going organic. So no more pesticides, or as much as possible, right? No more GMOs. And then I started transitioning from vegetarian to vegan. And people that have my condition are on a lot of meds. They are fully deaf. They get like vertigo and stuff. I manage everything with a healthy diet. And that's kind of how Going to Natural came about. We started on this journey, and then we figured out it was freaking expensive as heck. And I was literally complaining to my husband about the bills. I was like, this Going to Natural stuff. And I used some other choice words. And I was like, it's for the birds. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous. We can't even go get a movie around this joint because we're eating like really healthy. And I said, we need help. And he goes, it would be so cool to have like a collaborative of people that want to live natural and are coming up with the same obstacles that we're coming, against. And that's how it came. I said, well, what should we call it? He said, Going to Natural. And that was it. We started out as a blog, and we have over 2,000 blogs on natural living, anywhere, all the way from food to fashion. And then now we also offer personal care and wellness and items and services. So we also team up with Team Cherie J, who's under Going to Natural's kind of family cloud, and we offer detoxes as well. And we're hopefully, me and Toby have been kind of in the brainstorming space, and we're going to be bringing some other great products soon, distributed by other companies that are like-minded like us. So we're really excited about that.
Can you tell about the love giveaway that you guys, well, I should say that we all did.
Yes,
I'll
we
give
all
to
do
credit,
it. So,
but I didn't do any work. I'm the bee.
no, yes, you do. You give me that energy flow. You're my muse, girl. You're my muse. Okay, but we started to spread a little love box giveaway, and so it started as just going to be going to natural, and then me and Toby were talking, and we were like, let's see about bringing some other businesses in. So what happens is a lot of people in this industry, because it's so inundated and there's so many companies, they start competing. We don't do that at Going to Natural, okay? There are 7 billion people in this world. There's enough money to go around and enough customers. So our idea is, let's not compete. Let's join together and spread this natural message around to all communities. And so we started getting businesses to actually participate. And this is how we got this great box. Each box was worth over $300 and it was full of natural products. We just announced the winners and we're doing it every month. And this is just the start. We actually just started based on this giveaway. It's called Eco-Conscious Business Tribe. And what it's going to be is a community of businesses that are a tribe that you can come to and get all sorts of stuff. Clothes, food, cleaning products, hygiene products, and you'll know that when you purchase from us that we are diverse, that we are small businesses, and that we are natural, and we have a certain level of certifications and stuff to ensure that you're getting these natural great products and affordable. We will also be focusing on companies that are affordable.
And the box is not just a box. Like when you open it up, it's gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
It is gorgeous.
IG and you'll see it.
And there's nothing, you can't go into any store and purchase it. So you just have to sign up. Can you tell them how to sign up?
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot that. So basically what the idea is, you nominate someone that you love. And it's about spreading some love. And you nominate someone you love that you think could use this wellness box, whether it's a single mom, a dad that works hard, a grandma you love, a sister, a friend, whatever, and tell us why you think they could use this wellness box. And that's it. And it's really hard to choose. I literally almost had to do just random because I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. And I was like, okay, I told Toby and Cherie, pick a number because it was so hard. I wanted to give everybody a damn box.
And we literally did. We picked a number and that's how she gave away the box.
And I was mad because you guys picked the same number one by one. I was 19 or 20. Come on.
It was the first number that came to mind.
Right. And I think it's beautiful because it also reminds, for me, I am a Going to Natural client. I use the products for real. And it's literally spreading a little love, a little joy, and a little cheer. Saria had sent me a box. I ordered some deodorant or something, and she always puts in little extras. So I had a little extra in my box, and I had used it, and I didn't think anything of it. And I woke up the next day, and I opened the drawer, and on top of the drawer was, I don't remember what the message was right now.
You're beautiful, or you're enough, or...
Yes, it was
like that.
It was you're beautiful, you're enough. I literally opened the drawer and it was the first thing I saw in the morning, reaching for my toothbrush.
Awesome.
And it really set the tone for my day. I had to text her and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I know that you're busy and I know I opened my box yesterday and I called and said thank you, but thank you again because my day has started off awesome, all because I read this sweet little message in the morning when I was looking for my toothbrush.
So that's what we're going to try to do to all our products is, really have some positive messages. So when they're doing, we have all these regimens, right? Beauty this, you got to do this, you got to do that. We forget to work on the inside. And I think that's for all the companies in our tribe. We really concentrate on inside out. So yes, it's important, the facial creams and the makeup and this and the vegan this and the plant this, but what are you doing on the inside too? And so it's that holistic approach. So we also offer free support. We offer advice. We're going to be having a chat on our website soon where you'll be able to drop a line, not just customer service. Let's say you want to veganize a recipe and you just don't know where to stop. You're going to be able to drop us a chat. My team will get on it and will give you the best answer or at least get you in the right direction of your question. So that's another thing. We also have a holistic doctor by the name, a naturalist doctor. Her name is Dr. Diane, and you can send her emails with questions, general questions, and she will actually right back and give you answers too. So it's really awesome. She has a practice in Seattle.
So I'm doing this because I have completely transferred over. I no longer use like the antiperspirant that you buy in the store, and I use Going to Natural deodorant. Now, a lot of people think that it doesn't work. I'm smelling myself. It's about 3:00 in the afternoon, and I took a shower this morning at 8:30. I have been to swimming class, and that's why I look the way I do with my daughter. I need to go rewash my hair, but I still don't stink. And I am in some humid weather right now.
Yeah.
So thank you. And what has Going to Natural done to set themselves apart from the other deodorants that are on the market?
Well, first of all, I'm not trying to be this deodorant that lasts 72 hours. I'm not trying to claim that it's something that it's not. Okay. Second, we recognize that everything doesn't work for everyone. So we do and will work with people in customized formulas, especially with allergies. We also give back to nonprofit organizations. Even though we are a new business ourselves, we set the precedence now of giving back. We work with several nonprofits right now. Kids in the Spotlight. We work with Village Volunteers. We're going to be starting our own foundation. And what's really different about this deodorant is that we use very simple ingredients. So this, I don't know if you saw that funny video that I put on Instagram about washing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word.
You're allowed to say anything you want here. This is Cherie's world. Baby.
Oh, good. About washing your ass.
Yes.
So, and not having a deodorant that lasts for 72 hours, and even everything that is natural doesn't mean that it's exactly good for you. So you have to be careful, because these deodorant companies are in competition, and they're ferocious. Okay. And there's a lot of them, right? And here we are removing aluminum, but what are they putting in there to replace the aluminum to have 48 hours to 72 hours coverage? It concerns me. Okay. I don't care if it's all natural. Your ass needs to sweat.
Yeah.
To get those toxins out of your body. That's what causes cancer. Okay. Straight up. You're not able to release. So if you need a deodorant to last over 24 hours, and I'm not talking about, listen, you on a hiking trip, you're camping, doing something like that. Okay. But day to day, just,
All right.
you feel me? Like I'll get you through the day, but I can't help you after 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like at that point, soap, water, washcloth. And I don't mean to be so blunt, but if you're doing natural, I mean, it's a process. Okay, guys, it is not like I'm all natural and you throw everything out of your house and you move all these natural things and it's done. Like your body has to detox. That's what's awesome about Team Cherie J's detox. You have to get rid of all that crap that your body has been overloaded with and get it out of your system. Remember, we're a filter, but filters get dirty too, right? You
Absolutely.
have to get a filter. Our whole body is set up to filter out toxins, but when we're getting it from the air, we're getting it from our water, we're getting it from our products, we're getting it from the paint, we're getting it from everywhere. Our body can't handle it. So this is kind of a way to say, okay, body, I know you're taking it from all these outside forces that I can't control, but I can control this. I can control what goes in my body and on my skin.
So you know what? I'm a little slow. And I just realized when I did the detox, I did the whole detox challenge with my body, but you also sent me an underarm detox. So maybe the natural deodorants don't work for people because they're not directly detoxing their bodies or detoxing their pits.
Yes. So what I always do is I send a little insert to my first time clients. And it's just a little insert. And we actually have something called Purify Your Pits, and they're detox boxes. And there's 3 different levels. You can get one that just has the simple detox. The second comes with a full 2-week plan. And the third one, you get me. And you get me to go through the detox. Because some people, it's really hard for them, especially if they have like a job where they're working like a nurse or something that are like on their feet sweating and it's high intensity. What happens when your body is going through this period is, have you ever heard of, and I don't know the scientific name for it, but like if you wash your hair too much and then it overproduces oil once you stop washing it, that's what happens with your armpits. So now you've stopped the aluminum, and the aluminum clogs your pores, okay? And now it's like, woo, I'm free. And your body's like, I'm going crazy. It's going down. And it starts just producing a lot more body odor at first, a lot of sweats. And so what helps is drinking water, eating a healthy diet, doing that detox, doing the Purify Your Pits detox, detoxing your armpits once a week. There are some steps that you can take that will make the transition a lot easier. And I think you can speak on that, Cherie, because you did it.
Yes, I was actually terrified. I had some public appearances coming up, and I had moved to a place. I don't want to tell my location, but it's hot here. And it's humid. And so I was worried. I didn't want people to be like, oh, that girl from TV stink. So one of the first things we did is we came together and we detoxed my body. And then Saria had sent me the Purify Your Pits. And she also sent me a little paste that I stuck in my purse. Mm-hmm. So in the morning, I would apply my deodorant. Let me tell you, I was applying heavy, right? And she would tell you to like wait 10 minutes before you get dressed so it doesn't come off on your clothes. So I would sit around and rub my pits while I brushed my teeth or comb my hair, whatever, get dressed. I never had to reapply. Awesome. And I was so shocked. The only time that I did reapply is when I was out one day, and this is going to be real personal, Courtney, get over it. The first day of my period.
That's just what it is.
Hey, I'm married. I got a daughter.
You're used to being outnumbered.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cherie. What were you saying?
That's okay. I was going to say the first day of my period, I don't know what was going on with my hormones, but it was the first time I smelled myself. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whoa,
women will go through that. Sorry, Courtney, around their cycle. They will go through that. Yes. Where you might have to, that paste, I call it like the damage control paste, your little travel one. So that's like, ooh, okay, let me just get it together right here.
And I literally went in the bathroom, got me a paper towel, got me a little bit of soap, washed my pits, and reapplied. But it wasn't even a stink. It was a musk. It was kind of like a musky smell. Mm-hmm. And I was like, who is that?
Not who is that. That's you. You was musky.
That was me. But I had been using aluminum on my pits for probably like 18, 19 years. So I don't think I knew what I smelled like, which is not an okay thing.
Cherie, it's not just the aluminum too, though. They have so many other harsh chemicals like sulfates and stuff like that in there too. So this big thing, aluminum, yes, it's bad for you, but it's all of it. Like if you can't pronounce it, why are you using it?
A natural detox can improve everybody's overall health. If you are suffering from obesity, high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, fibromyalgia, diverticulitis, or if you need to improve your heart health, a natural detoxification can help you. Are you interested in some anti-aging or some Alzheimer's prevention? Hit us up at www.teamcherryj.com.
Hey, I am DL Hughley. I'm going on Cherie's World. You never know how that's going to work either.
I got a question. Can I ask you a question? I noticed, like, and I'm not politically correct at all. So if I say something wrong, then just, please forgive me. But I noticed a lot of, I don't know, Indians or Hindus or whatever. They don't even wear deodorant. And when I was younger, I used to think that was funny. But now, as I'm older and I'm listening, because me and my wife just had the same conversation about the same thing you said about the deodorant shouldn't be lasting 72 hours and stuff like that. You're supposed to be sweating and stuff like that. So maybe is it the fact that they haven't they've had it right all this time?
Yes,
I would say yes. I would say yes. And there's nothing wrong. And actually, they don't use deodorant, but I actually am Arab and I'm not Indian, but I do know a little bit of like that kind of culture. And there's a lot of, they use spices, herbs. I mean, there are things that they do to help mask the odor. I mean, you are going to have some body odor. If you go out and run a marathon, I don't care what you use, you're going to smell a little bit, right? I mean, but I'm going to tell you something. Your diet plays such a part in how you smell. I'm just going to I'm going to give you that little tidbit without giving you everything because that's part of my Purify Your Pits information. But I will tell you this just because I want to spread the love because I want our communities to be healthy. The more processed food you eat and all of that junk food and that sugar, that high fructose corn syrup and all of that, that makes you smell.
And meat. I'm going to be honest, meat.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm vegan, so I'm all about don't eat any animals. But if you're going to eat meat, you don't have to consume it 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, can I ask another question about meat? I don't eat red meat, but I and it's not because of I'm trying to be whatever, but it's just hard for me to digest. But what's this grass fed?
Okay, I can talk about that. So this is what I don't, unless you're really like dense in the city, most of the time you can find like a local farm, and a lot of the smaller farms have grass fed. And what that means is their cows get to eat grass. They get to roam on pastures. Unfortunately, some people can kind of maneuver and get around and still use those words. So it's important to do your research. That's what I always say. Like, my husband isn't vegan, so he's kind of vegan by default. Most of the time he's vegan, but every once in a while he'll sneak him some meat through the door, but we'll research where it's coming from, right? Like, there's a lot of things you can do to be proactive. So grass-fed is usually going to be healthier, no hormones, no antibiotics. They're able to graze, okay? And also, I mean, if you want to get technical, the killing process is important too. You don't want to eat meat that's been shot in the head and has adrenaline flowing through.
That was going to be my next question to ask you about.
Yeah, like think about it. Okay, so they see their people are getting killed. Let's just keep it real. Cows are smart. They're like the average. They're like almost as smart as a 3-year-old. If a 3-year-old saw somebody getting killed, they would know that something bad is happening to them. They might not know the act, right? But they're going to feel that energy. So that adrenaline and all that negative energy is flowing through their meat. They get killed. You eat that. Okay. Yep. That's on top of the hormones. That's on top of the pus. That's on top of all the other nasty crap that's going into that. So be conscious.
Right.
It is harder. I'm not going to lie. It takes more work, but the outcome is like pay now or pay later. Right? So pay now, pay that extra money for food, take that extra time to look up the farm and see if you can go visit, and all that, or pay later with tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills, or your foot's getting cut off because you have diabetes, right, or you have heart problems. Right. And let's keep it real. I am not African-American, but I'm very immersed in the community. And that's like heart disease is like number one. Diabetes is like prevalent. And part of that is because you guys aren't eating your diet that is akin to your native culture. You're eating this American diet full of starches and processed food. We're used to eating, I'm from the Middle East. Okay. We're used to eating grains and vegetables and things that we're supposed to be eating. Start eating more of your diet. That's important too. What your culture is, what you eat. We're eating ham hocks and chitlins and all that stuff. Come on, that's poison.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's something Team Cherie J teaches too. It blows my mind how people always say, "Oh, we're all created equal." No, we're created equal, but we're created different.
Exactly.
We're
not the same.
Right. We're not the same. Black people's bodies are not made to tolerate drinking milk. That's why most of us are lactose intolerant. We're not baby cows.
There's a lot of like Asian yes, countries and Middle Eastern, like, is different than the European diet. It's very different.
The melanin in our skin and in our bodies make us different. So we're not created equal. That's something if you want to know what you were supposed to be eating for not only your blood type, but for your DNA, hit us up at Team Cherie there, going to natural. We will definitely help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Let's just be more conscious. Native Americans, and I don't know, please don't quote me, but they lived back in the day for like 3 or 4 generations, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not our world. This is not our earth. It does not belong to us. Okay, it's borrowed, and we should act as such. And the more we act as such, then our children will see that example, right? And they will follow.
Absolutely. And with my native blood, I should know better. But Saria, you'd be very proud if you came in my backyard right now. We've been recycling.
Good. Well, it's not all of our faults. Let's be real. We have a few more minutes, and I want to touch on this. It's how kind of society has set us up, right? Everything's so fast. Everything's so this. I was just talking to my little brother about that. I'm like, I'm really trying to be more conscious. Like, I saw this video on how they make cell phones, and I'm like, okay, I won't be getting a new cell phone until this one like literally has no life in it. And it's like just becoming more conscious and doing the work. And it's like, I will tell you, it's like a rabbit hole. Wouldn't you say, Toby? It's like you find one thing out and it's like, oh crap, and it just starts all coming at you.
Well, I think it's it kind of builds on. So maybe it's like a waterfall, because when you become aware of the impact of recycling. And then you get to the point where, okay, so my recycling bin is overflowing every week. So when I go to the store, how can I shop differently so that even though I'm recycling, I don't produce as much waste and as much plastic. So I think it just kind of continues to evolve and grow and kind of blossom. And like even with electricity, like how can I have clean power? I put solar panels on my house, and now my electric bill is like $20 because I'm using the power from the sun. So it's just like, it just expands, and it carries over.
I became more woke when I started to be more conscious about what I was putting in and out of my body. And that's when I honestly became vegan and started feeling like everything had a right to be on this earth, because I have this like awakening that, wow, this shit doesn't belong to me.
Right.
Like, for real. Like, I'm so little in this piece of all of it, and it's humbling but empowering at the same time, I would say.
Humbling and empowering. That's beautiful. Toby, before we go, your skin is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
You are seriously glowing. Can you tell the people in the world how you just changed the glow of your skin?
By changing my diet first and foremost. That's how I actually started working with Cherie. I was doing all the challenges. I'm like, what else does she have? Because I did the detox challenge first. I did the clear skin challenge. So definitely it's like Saria said earlier, everything happens from the inside out. You want to glow. It's not about what kind of makeup and shimmer and shine that you can apply externally. Take care of yourself. Eat clean. Eat vegetables. Drink your water. Use natural products, use plants. Like if I have a blemish, if a mosquito bites me, I put a basil leaf on it and just let the leaf do its natural thing and take out the inflammation. Then it's kind of flat. So really just eating well, drinking, and being happy, choosing to be happy.
Choosing to be happy. Now that's major. Can you touch on that for a second?
Okay. Yeah. Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is not coming to knock on your door. It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a family. It's not even all like cats. I love cats, but I know they're not happiness. Happiness is a decision. I'm going to be happy because every day there are going to be situations and circumstances that arise, and you have the power to react to them or to respond. So if you want to react, you're going to be upset and feelings hurt and feeling negative emotions all the time. Or you can choose to respond, meaning you stay in control and you decide that I'm going to stay centered. I have things that I can still be joyful about and excited about. And that's where I kind of live and reside instead of being so affected by all the things that are going on around. It's a choice.
Definitely. It's hard sometimes to choose to be happy.
We got time for one more question.
Yep. I'm down.
Okay, let me just play devil's advocate.
I'm the host. Yep, we got time.
Let me play devil's
What's
advocate.
wrong with me? I don't even know why I just said that.
Let's do part two.
She's been bossy since she was little.
I am a boss. My poor husband. I'm so damn bossy.
Leadership skills.
Yeah. We got to stop. Remember, what is it? Stop calling girls bossy, but call them assertive.
Yep.
I'm very, 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 very assertive.
Yeah, I heard that. No, I heard that. Just to play devil's advocate, do you guys get to have any fun, like any drinking, any smoking of any kind of like?
Well, I live in Seattle, so what you think? It's legal out here, baby, all day long. CBD, herb. I don't drink.
But wait a minute. Okay, so as far as I was taught and through my research, drinking is chemicals, right? And it's all man-made. Herbs are from the earth.
Yeah.
So it does have things in it, but they're natural things. It's like,
but I will tell you, like, I don't smoke. I vape flower. I try to do it as healthy as possible, but I mean, come on, we're not perfect all the time. We're humans. Right. Yes, we have fun.
I don't smoke weed, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
But you're high on life, girl.
I am. I'm probably the most giddy, silliest person I've
ever
met.
I have been knowing Cherie. How old were we? 13?
I don't know.
I don't know. Old enough to get our butts whooped together, okay? And she's always been, I'm like, you want to smoke? Because, I was a bad teenager. No, I'm fine. I'm like, so you haven't smoked.
Yeah, everybody always thought I was high.
Sure.
Truth is, if I'm in a room full of people who smoke, you definitely know when I get high or contact, I go to sleep. I'm not even like a good smoker.
Let me tell you something. It's about balance. I'll tell you that, Courtney. It's about balance, and it's okay to have some fun sometimes. Sometimes I eat naughty, you know what I mean? And I do my TV, and and I'm okay with that. I do intermittent fasting, and sometimes I'm like, screw it, and I'll eat like a bunch of carbs. And I used to feel bad, and now I'm like, it's okay. Like, I love you. Like, I'll hug myself.
So we're kind of all on a journey to better ourselves together. Ladies, I have to show you, I haven't done your videos yet because I don't know if you could tell I'm not in a well-lit room, but I have majorly burned myself. My skin is coming off. I have olive.
Where don't you have any salve? It's called Oso Savvy. We have an herbal salve that's really great. You can't use it for kids. Yeah, it's for cuts, burns, ligament, like joint pain, mosquito bites. Put that on there. It'll help.
I'm gonna slap it all over.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I got aloe all over me right now. That's why I kind of look greasy and non-cute because my skin is coming off.
You look cute, baby. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, ladies, for going to Natural, for joining us. We have to say goodbye and give.
Don't worry. Well, hopefully we'll come on again. I'd love to do some like natural month or something.
This is Cherie's World.
Hey, if you want to continue to support Cherie's World podcast, shop Urban Intellectuals. Shop Urban Intellectuals under Cherie J75. It helps keeps this podcast up for the magic word free. So if you're a supporter of Cherie Johnson and the Cherrie World podcast, shop Urban Intellectuals. Shop urbanintellectuals.com/AFF/CherieJ75. That's urbanintellectuals.com/AFF/CherieJ75.
Bonus show.
No, I'm going to tell these people the real truth. You left me at home. I was trying to hang out. You wasn't trying to hang out with me. But in the mix, he done ran into DL Hughley. He got an interview. Courtney, thank you for getting the interview.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, as soon as I said, I was like, Cherie. She's like, oh yeah, I know Cherie. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me get a shout out from you for her. So he's like, yeah, no problem. You hear it. Funny dude, man. I love DL. He's one of the realest people I ever met. It's actually my second time meeting him. And
that is so awesome.
I did an interview with him last year, and it got so screwed up because that's the reason why I switched from Android to iPhone. But it wasn't even that. That wasn't even the reason though. But I used a recording device, and it chopped up the whole interview. So I never got a chance to use it.
Wow. Well, I'm thankful you got it for us. DL to me is a definite inspiration. And I love that he's a Black man who uses his Black voice and lets people know from a Black view how we feel about things. And he doesn't sugarcoat it for other people to be comfortable. We've been uncomfortable for so long that I think a lot of us will sugarcoat things so we don't make waves. Yeah. And DL is like, I'm going to say it how it is. And I appreciate that. I look up to DL.
And they consider it like woke comedy. That was one of his opening acts, like said it was like woke comedy. I didn't look at it like that, but I can kind of see where some people would say that because he touches on like subjects that a lot of people probably would. Most comedians like him would say, nah, I don't want to talk about that. He talks about everything.
I love it. So that's how Courtney ditched me, y'all. I went upstairs to get dressed, you know what I'm saying, in the hotel. Courtney was like, yeah, we gonna come get you. And they just went on to the comedy show and forgot about it.
You know how these things go, Cherie. You gotta, we ain't got time for you to get dressed up and stuff. Sometimes you just gotta roll out.
I just want to put some water on my hair. You know what I'm saying? Wash my underarms a little bit. You know I'm using natural deodorant now.
Right.
No, I'm just playing, but I really, really appreciate the interview.
This is Cherie's World.
First of all, I saw what you did after the show was over, and you tipped everybody out there. I've been here 20 times. I've never seen anybody do that. And the look on those people's faces, that's one of the realest things.
Man,
that's one of the realest things.
No, that's just people that they took good care of us. They took good care of y'all. No complaints. Everybody had a good time.
I mean, and you so down to earth, man, because even in your jokes, you say jokes that ordinary people just can relate to. And it's just amazing, like how as big as you are, you done performed in 400 people to 4,000 to 40,000, and you just can relate to everybody. You're the voice of the culture, man.
You know what's funny? When people say stuff like that, I'm honored. But I really try to make sure that my voice is clear, because I think if you're who you are, then one human being to another, and your humanity shines through, hopefully people can connect to that. But I love what I do. And I really love people. I love our people.
I can tell, man.
And by our people, I mean human beings. And I think that if you're human, I'm going to fuck with you.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, I would listen to the radio. Cherie Underwood came on Steve Harvey Morning Show, and she was talking about the Jefferson's Parker's thing.
Right.
She said the perfect person, and Jamie did his thing, but the perfect person to play George Jefferson would be you.
Well, Jamie's a much better actor.
He looked like him, but you can actually...
Yeah, well, that's because we had the same experience. But you know what I took away from that? I watched it.
Yeah.
And it's sad that they could have conversations back then that we can't have now.
At all.
It says a lot about how we've devolved.
Yeah.
We weren't as rocked by words.
Right.
Because we looked at the intent.
Right.
And so I think that show showed exactly how far we have fallen back.
Yeah.
Not by what we don't say, by what we do say, by what we don't.
Right.
I don't think it's just the words. I just think our intent is different.
Yeah. Congratulations on the new show, man.
Thank you, man.
We were just at my wife's auntie shop. She watches it every night. I got a DVR, but I follow your social media, and I see all the clips, and it's like, man, you know, the stuff you doing, man. Like I said, you the voice of it. What's it like? I know you said you called it the DL Hughley show because they canceled it. They go,
right. But they bring somebody else on it. Call me. I just love what I do, and I think I'm blessed to be in a position where I am. I've been given these opportunities, and I don't take them lightly. And I understand
we need it too.
That you know, because when people say stuff like I can't say that, but I can say this: I'm blessed to be in a position where I get to say exactly what I mean, and be as clear as possible. And I'm not really necessarily all that afraid of the repercussions.
No doubt. You're like one of the few people that ain't.
Right.
Now you know, last time I talked with you, Trump had just did some stuff. But now, what do you think about this Mueller? I can't believe this Mueller report that came out. I can't watch CNN and Fox News.
Most people haven't read the report.
Okay.
And either he's guilty of a crime, or we should change what guilt means.
Right.
And I think that shows a lot about people, that they're willing to vacillate and move back and forth between their mores and what they believe and what they don't. Listen, I love Barack Obama, but if he had done what Trump had done, I wouldn't care what anybody thought or what I thought. I would think that was wrong, and I would say something about it.
Yeah.
I think that people are willing to move their edge for convenience, and I think it's a shame. And I think it really just shows how cowardly we are.
Oh yeah,
as a society.
That's real talk.
Because all they say is, well, the economy's good, so that means that is literally the love of money. And I think that epitomizes where we're as a society, that we're so concerned about financial gains that we look the other way when other things are happening.
It's true. I saw on your social media that your passion is your tattoos. That's like your getaway. How many tats you got?
Oh, I don't know. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I just had to get them redone.
Okay.
You know, because they fade. You know, like
like
memories.
Right. Right.
I dig the cat who does them, Big Steve, and I dig the best tattoo I can say I ever got was one to my father.
Right.
And it was the perfect experience because there was enough pain. My tattoo of my father reminds me of my relationship with him. It's pain and permanence. Like I'll never forget what he meant to me, and I'll not necessarily forget how painful it was, but they all kind of come together and are something that's impactful, and I'll never forget.
Last question. I love how you comedians, real comedians, can use something that you're going through and make it a joke and use it to inspire other people. One of your brothers, Def Jam brothers, I listen to him, J. Anthony Brown.
I love Jay.
And he's going through leukemia.
Yeah.
Do you see how he's fighting that? And I just want to know what you think about it.
I think that comedy is pain.
Yeah.
The comedy and tragedy are the same thing.
Yeah.
And the saddest thing about Jay to me is he never got, and I see he's still here now, and obviously I think he's doing well. I'm sure he's gonna beat this thing. But I think that sometimes we don't appreciate people when we hear them every day or see them every day, and we have to have something like this to remind us how solid they are and how important they are.
Yeah.
But comedy is really just that. I remember the whole time my father was dying, I never forgot that I was his son, and I also never forgot that I was a comedian.
Yeah.
So it was the most weird confluence of two things collided at one time, and I think that's just kind of what happens to artists and particularly comedians.
No doubt. I just want to pay you a compliment too, because your opening acts, I just think that shows a lot about how secure the artist is, the comedian is, for have a 2-3 dope opening acts like that.
Yeah, but they all fired now. I'm tired. You'll never see them niggas again. Yes, you will.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.